Because one thing for certain, these kids are well taken care of, and I promise you they don't lack for anything. And just because I don't have the mental capacity to go in there and clean up behind them every single day, I can promise you my last dollar, I'm a better mother than half of the people that commented on that video.
Now, how you choose to raise your children is your business. Man, getting evicted, I've never experienced it. Thank God. But a lot of people have. Sometimes people, get evicted when they have kids. And I can only imagine what that feels like. You gotta have to feel like you failed, and I think the last person or last people somebody wants to fail for is their kids, because getting evicted means you kind of let them down in a way. I mean, that's what, I have no kids, but I'm saying if that happened, if I was in that situation, that's the mindset and what I would be thinking at the time. But this lady in this video is going to tell us about how her and her kids got evicted. She got evicted and then quickly ran to TikTok to tell the story. And I don't know why I've always complained why people bring this stuff to TikTok, but now since I'm making content on it, bring it out, okay? But let's get her story in.
Me and my kids are getting evicted out of our apartment. Let me tell y'all why while I clean up their room. If you've been following me for a while.
Up with this room. Why do people let the room get this dirty? That's one. You can't tell me there ain't no roaches in there. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that. I don't care. Anything that looks like that is a roach playground. I'm going to listen to your story. But, if I had to guess, we can see the real reason you got evicted. Okay? Your neighbors were complaining. Where are all these roaches coming from? Wow. Why do you want to be known for this on the internet? What you put out on the internet, that's what you are known for. For the life of the internet. Not for the life of you, for the life of the internet. This is what you will be known for. Why? But thank you though, it's good content, but why?
For a while, then you notice it's the apartment that we moved in back in 2022 when I moved to Georgia with only $20 in a food stamp card. Since moving into this apartment, the management has changed 3 times and I have renewed my lease twice. First time I renewed my lease was back in October of 2023. At that time, I was really fed up with living in Georgia, but I didn't plan accordingly, so I renewed my lease for only 6 months while I figure out a plan. With going from a 12-month lease to a 6-month lease, my rent went from $12.50 a month to $14.65, which was okay with me. I was completely fine with that. I just felt like they gave me an additional 6 months to figure out a plan. Okay, fast forward to April 2024. My 6-month lease was coming to an end. I had just went through a breakup, so I really wasn't pressed about moving no more. I went to the office and spoke to them about renewing my lease yet once again, but this time I wanted to go back to a full year. Y'all, why these people told me that my rate would remain at $14.65 even if I renewed for a year? So something didn't seem right to me, only because the reason they told me I was paying the extra money each month was because I was on a short-term lease. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm running out of time, but y'all gonna have to come back for part 2.
Basically, yeah, your rent didn't go up. Most people, when they sign a new lease, the rent goes up. Your rent didn't go up. It stayed the same. Be thankful. Like, what is we doing? What is we doing? It didn't go up. You could afford it before, and now you can afford it. Like, what are we talking about? It didn't go up. It's the same. I don't understand. What?
So So this comment said, you have kids living like that, CPS needs called. So you telling me that CPS should be called on me because my kid's room is dirty, right? When it's kids out here in the world that has way bigger problems than a dirty room. I get it. My kid's room is filthy, but you think it's filthy enough that somebody should call CPS on me for real? And I'm not looking for sympathy at all, but I'm a single mom of 2 kids, one being 4 years old with autism. And if you want the truth for real, he's the main reason that the room looked like that. And as somebody that's been battling depression for the past few weeks, cleaning my kid's room was not something that I was worried about. My kids are well taken care of. Every time they flip the light switch, the light's going to come on. They're going to always have a roof over their head no matter what. Their clothes are clean. They going to take a bath at night. Water going to come out the faucet. Food going to be in the refrigerator. So if you feel like a dirty room is the reason that I deserve to have CPS called on me, then hey, pick up the phone and call them. Because one thing for certain, these kids are well taken care of, and I promise you they don't lack for anything. And just because I don't have the mental capacity to go in there and clean up behind them every single day, I can promise you my last dollar, I'm a better mother than half of the people that commented on that video.
Now, how you choose to raise your children is your business. It is. If you want to clean up behind your kids, that's your business. You know, other parents teach their kids to clean up behind themselves. You know, because they gotta learn at some point. You know, to clean up behind themselves and to clean their own mess. I think, just my opinion, they don't care how messy the room gets because mama will come in there and clean it no matter what. They don't have to. You know what I'm saying? If they had to actually clean it up, I believe they would take better care of the room and they wouldn't mess it up like that. Okay? Because that don't look like one day. Well, that didn't look like just one day of mess. It didn't look like just 2 weeks of mess. That's why the suggestion is, hey, CPS. Because it looked like it been a couple months without it being cleaned up. The before picture was crazy. And you know it was crazy. That's not, well, I guess filthy is the word is the word to use. But we got to teach our kids how to clean up behind themselves. We got to teach our kids to be accountable for the mess they made. Because we're training adults. We're training the next generation. We can't let the next generation mess this world up. Okay? Because that's on us. That's on us. I'm just saying, teach them some responsibility. Like I said, how you choose to raise your kids is your business. It really is. And I can't tell you how to raise your children. All I can do is give you my opinion. And my opinion is teach them responsibility. And you going in there cleaning up behind them teaches them nothing. Teaches them nothing. Okay? Let's see if we got some more on this topic. Okay, it says copyrighted music I can't use, so it's POV. I get a thrill out of making cleaning videos of my filthy house to make the internet mad. See. We gotta know, like, I don't understand why this is what you want to be known for. Okay? Filthy room, filthy house, but your hair always did. Your makeup is perfect always. Eyelashes on all the time. Your priorities is messed up. I understand. Like, I'm not saying we should have a squeaky clean, perfect house or living area all the time. You don't. My bathroom need cleaning right now. But there's a difference between dirty and filthy. You know, your house can get dirty. Your house should never get filthy. Okay? And there's a difference between the two. Know that.
And I just really want y'all to know, y'all can never bully me off this app. Y'all can never make me delete a video. And y'all damn sure can never make me turn off my comments. I don't know y'all, and I can give a fuck about y'all unwanted ass opinions. So stop writing paragraphs in my comments. And I just really want y'all to know, y'all can never bully me off this app.
So in the first video, she said, come back for part 2. She said that was part 1. There is no part 2. Okay. that was the only one. One thing I can say I like about her is that she don't care what people think. And that is something, that's a quality everybody should strive for. You know, live your life how you want to live it. You know, as long as you're not hurting anybody else, you're not breaking any laws, you know, live your life how you want to live it. You know, and don't care about what people say. Let me tell you, that is the best way to live. Not giving up what anybody thinks about how you live your life. That's the best way to live. That's free. You know, strive for that. Everybody should strive for that. But at the same time, there are parts of your life that do not belong on the internet. Okay? And showing that your kid's room is filthy is something that should not be on the internet. It should not be on the internet. That is not what you want to be known for, because that is what she's known for. I'm sure she gained a lot of followers for that video, and that's what they know her for. Don't be known for that or anything similar to that, okay? Because everything on the internet lives forever. Even after you are gone, people are going to come across your videos and they're going to see that you had a filthy house. Hey, thanks for watching this video though. Hey, there's a like button. Could you hit that for me? And also, somewhere close by, there's a subscribe button. If you can hit that for me too, because you do not want to miss my next video. My next video, grandma, grandma. I know you're confused, but it will be explained in the next video. So you're going to stick around for that. All right? I'll see you then.